Hello and welcome back to another beautiful day on the farm here in Bloomfield, Canada. You join me up at this field up here. We're going to do a contract. None of this equipment is mine. It's not like I went out and won the lottery overnight and bought this type of equipment here. However nice that may be, it's just not in the cards right now. We don't own the land or a need for a combine, especially one this size. Now I say this size, it's still technically base game, it's still a small combine, but to us this thing is massive, like absolutely massive. So if we come over here, we should be able to grab that. Perfect. And get all that hooked up. Wonderful. Wonderful. Can we move that reel down? We can. That would probably be a good spot. Okay. Where do we start? Well, I think we're gonna start over at this corner over here. And you might be thinking, Towman, in the end of the last video, you had a Kubota tractor towing a trailer in front of you. And you would be right. Now, we're doing this contract and taking it down to the store down there, the farmer's market, or wherever it's going, like grain mill. It's going to the grain mill. They provided a carter, so he's on his way up. I did just wink wink nudge nudge have to go down and make sure everything was all hunky-dory there. So that is why he is not currently up here. So we'll just get right into this field. I think we're going to drop the straw. We are. Now, I do have the mod on so that we can collect straw from missions. So we might end up coming and baling the straw. It would definitely be a nice source of income. Yeah. Is it cheaty? Kinda. Is it something that we should do? Of course, it's a resource that we have available in the modded game on PC. And I think we're going to use it to our advantage. Right? That's my thought process on it, at least. Considering we aren't really going to be doing much harvesting ourselves, if we can keep some of the straw for when we get cattle, even better. Then we can put that into TMR and use it as bedding, and we don't have to buy that in. And it means that we don't have to get fields of our own just for the straw. It means that we have to do a harvesting contract once a year, maybe once every 2 years, to make a little bit of money and to get the straw. I'm fine with that. I am definitely fine with that. It helps spread out the jobs, keeps everything just going at a decent pace, I think. I'm not sure, should we, oh yeah, see, there's our tractor there. Should we go this way, up and down the field, or should we go up and down like that? I think we should probably go up and down like that. I think the run might just be a tad bit longer. So I know it's been a little while since I've last uploaded. I'm not sure if this is the first video that comes back out on my channel. It could be a time-lapse. I've got 2 of those ready already, and a third, maybe a fourth and a fifth recorded, just not edited at the time of recording this one. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Busy at work. I was training a new guy, getting him all set up. Yesterday was actually the anniversary of me and the girlfriend, 31st of August, so there was that. And I gotta kind of work on my priorities. I've got the Towing Life podcast, which we have sponsors for, and we're actually going to the tow show here in Ontario this month, technically September 1st when I'm recording this. So we're trying to get all that planned and figured out what we're gonna do for it. I just got our banner came in today and we got some magnets, and that's pretty cool. We're having a giveaway at the show and it's gonna be a good time. But that's a whole weekend thing. That's you get up there Friday morning and I'm probably not coming home till Sunday afternoonish. It's a decent drive away from me. So content is going to be very sporadic on my channel this month. And to be honest with you, coming into winter, which is a shame because I really do like enjoying making these videos. And if you've been following my channel for a little while, you know I took like a 5-6 month hiatus. And I'm just getting the viewer count back that I was getting. Now, it's nothing to really write home about. 30 to 50 views on an episode. The survival series, the time-lapse, isn't getting the same. And to be honest with you, this is the only series that I'm putting out right now. Now, if you do enjoy the other series, I do apologize. I always try to design my own farm. Even if the map doesn't really like it, I always try to set up my own custom farm. And the one reason why I always do that is so I'm a little bit different. Even if I'm trying to follow the trend or the map that's popular, at least I'm on my own custom farm, so I'm a little bit different. Now, if you really enjoy that series, it's kind of shitty for you, I'm not gonna lie, because you won't be able to find that farm on any other content creator's channel. And if that's the only reason why you're there is that farm's badass, I love that farm, then you're pretty much SOL. So now if I put out my pipe now, this guy is going to drive around and try to get back underneath of it, even though he's already unloading. Well, he's going to drive around anyways, and I didn't realize my pipe was that long. Hopefully he figures it out. I'm hoping. So, yeah, like, the Riverview Farm series, the organic farmhand, whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to say organic. It's nowhere close to being Scroff's farmhand series. That was good. It was a little out of my realm. It was pushing my comfort zone a little bit, and it's still a good series, and I would like to continue it because there's a lot going on. And there's a lot of moving parts, and yeah, what's it called? The German map over there. That's a pretty decent series too, but there's a lot of bugs on the ground in the middle of the field, and I've just kind of lost interest in it a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, we did just buy the Merlot over there and a new slurry spreader. So there is different things going on. So it's also not lack of interest, it's lack of my own interest. So there's nothing that you guys did wrong. Imagine if someone actually blamed their viewers for not... Yeah, that's just not going to happen over here. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is, I'm still here, I'm still alive, you just might not see as much of me as you would like, or maybe me not being here as much is exactly the amount that you would like to see me. I don't know. I have no idea. Let me know down below in the comments. If you do say, Toman, we want to see your videos every day, I'm sorry, I just can't physically do that. I'm spread pretty thin as it is. And, to be honest with you, it's just pretty much the girlfriend that's been suffering. Because I'll be like, I gotta get this video done and out and edited, and I can't just do one. I've only got a couple of days off here and there and everywhere, which I still have more than most people, and they still seem to make it work, but my shortest day when I am at work is minimum 12 hours, absolute minimum. Normally I'm getting up at 7 a.m. Thankfully. I was able to get that work schedule pushed back a little bit. Instead of starting at 7, I can start at 8. So I get up at 7 a.m. or normally before 7, to leave the house around 7, get to work for 8, and 9 times out of 10 I don't get home till 9, 10 o'clock at night, which I know to some people that's not a massively busy day, but to me it's if we're not busy, because we have days where it's just not busy, I can't come home, which is one of the biggest perks about the towing industry, especially if you're working on call during the day. If you're not busy, you can go home and you can get projects done, do a little laundry, make a video, or try to make a video, or do some editing. I'd more so do some editing if I was on call than record a video, just because then if my phone rings, that's not screwing up a recording. I can't do any of that. I literally sit in the tow truck, or I sit in the office, or I go to a local coffee shop and I have a coffee, and that's it if I'm not busy. So it's not really too much downtime, because you're still sitting in a truck for the most part. At the end of the day, this is a hobby of mine, and I've got a very long way to go before this thing starts making me any sort of money. And that's no fault of you guys. That's I'm a very basic editing software user. I don't do any fancy cuts or fades or any out of the ordinary thumbnails. I'm very, very basic, right? So I'm not going to appeal, and YouTube's not going to send me out to the masses. I'm not going to get the same reach as DJ Goham does, or any of the big creators like that, the Farm Sim guy, or anyone like that. And that's fine, because there's a skill gap there. They've been in the game for a lot longer. They know what content that works, and they're good at it. They've got very good editing. Either a person who does their editing, or they do it themselves. I'm pretty sure they all still do it themselves. They know what works, and they're good at it. They know what content's gonna hit, how to make the proper thumbnails, how to do the proper intros, all that jazz. And then you got me. I'm just over here rambling away with a video of a John Deere harvester going up and down the field in the background. So I'm not everyone's cup of tea, and I get that. Unfortunately, if I am your cup of tea, you might not see me as much as what you'd like. So in a roundabout way, I'm kind of apologizing. A, because I'm Canadian, I apologize about everything. And B, it's just kind of sort of like a channel update. And I hope that you guys understand. And I don't want to just drop off the face of the earth like I did last time. That's not something that I want to do. That's really not something that I want to do. Yeah. Also, the only other real thing that I would like to kind of talk about that's kind of disheartening is, to be honest with you, the Towman G's Tow Show, Tow Trucks of FS19, I think, in a roundabout way, I think that's the title of it. It was a tow show video that I put out last year in FS19, of going over all the tow trucks in FS19. Title kind of says it all, doesn't it? That video, I don't know, it wasn't very good. It had like a 40-second flyover at the beginning, followed by 35 minutes of me just going on and on and on. This is a tow truck, and this is what it does. Look at this TLX Wreck-It tow truck. And it was pretty much just that. I don't know what I did, but that video, I think it's sitting at like 30,000 views or something like that. Every day I come on here, it's still my most watched video, normally every single day. In the view count, no one watches it after 2 minutes pretty well. And I get that, because it's very dry and very boring. But the problem is, that one video has screwed up my analytics so much that I don't know exactly how well my channel's actually doing. And once again, I'm not complaining to you guys have done nothing wrong. It's more so me just venting, you know? So it's been very hard to figure out exactly what works the best, because when you just look at the overall view of the channel, you're like, hey, I'm still doing all right. I'm still getting this amount of views per month and this, that, and the other. Well, 80% of those views are coming from one video, and that's just not great. You're gonna move with me, right, bud? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I would like to see if this guy fills up. Oh, and of course he's gonna back up. Come on, just let me empty the damn trailer. We'll do this backup thing for a little while, and then he'll stop, and he'll be like, well, I wanted to get out of your way, but the damn combine just kept backing up, and... because I think this might actually just fill that trailer. If it does, it'll take him a little while to run down and empty it, so that's why I wanted to do that. Not sure what he's doing. Hopefully he'll figure it out. If not, the only people that are going to suffer is you and I. Seems to be following me now, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure. We're talking about farming related things now, isn't it? After I was just going on and on and on about me, myself, and I. Where are you going? You're figuring it out? Alright. Sounds good. Now this trailer's gonna be in my way. Oh yeah, I'm hitting it. I need to move this trailer. I just need to do it. Now I'm gonna get in his way, and I'm gonna screw myself over in the process, and... oh, I was quick enough. I didn't get in his way. Perfect. We'll put the trailer over here. I think that will be out of everyone's way. I think. I hope. But yeah, and this weekend coming up, I'm not sure when this video is going to air, but this weekend, it's August the 1st. I've got a fair that I'm going to, and we're going to have some people over for a fire, and we're going to go get some firewood from the girlfriend's house, and it's going to be a decent weekend, and I'm finally actually starting to say, you know what? This channel can't be my main priority, because as much as I would love to grind this out and make it to 1,000 subscribers and 1,000 hours of watch time in a year, I think it is, to become monetized, so I can start making a little bit of money off my hobby and have some extra cash coming in just on the side, right? Like, that's all great and fine. But I've taken a step back and realized that's going to take a lot of work. And as it sits right now, it's just not a very realistic, achievable goal in the time frame that I have allotted for it. Is it achievable? Sure it is, 100%. With time or skills or changing the way I do things, of course it is. It is achievable. Is it achievable right now for me realistically? Probably not. My channel growth hasn't been that great. And once again, over 80% of my subscribers that I have all came from that tow truck video. It's like 80% of my channel views have came from that tow truck video. And if you've subscribed off that video, thank you for being here. And I hope you actually enjoy the rambles and the content that I normally put out. And if you do, thank you very much, and thank you for being here. It means a lot to me, more than you know. But I put it to you this way. Let's say you are 10 years old and you save a dog. It was choking, you saved the dog, and you gave it the Heimlich remover, and you saved it. It was in all the papers, in all the news, everyone in your neighborhood knows about it, and you grow older, and no matter what you do, everyone only knows you for the dog. Saving the dog. Hey, little Timmy, you saved that dog. Like 30 years ago, I guess now. Yeah. And nothing you ever do seems to, whether that's in your head or just, never really amounts to anything from, I don't want to say success, but from the achievement that you got so early on. Now, the tow truck video, I think I did it within like the first 2 months of having my channel. So it was, it made me very fascinated with it and made me want to push. And one of those reasons why I took such long hiatus is because I saw that exponential growth off that video. And then I made like 2 other tow truck videos after that, and they kind of fell flat on their face. And I was like, oh, maybe it was just a one-time thing. It got picked up by the algorithm, or maybe people just realized it wasn't that great or wasn't what they were looking for, and that's fine. Like, it is what it is. There's millions and millions and millions of videos out on YouTube about all sorts of topics, and some are good, some just aren't. And unfortunately, mine normally fall on the just aren't. And I can make them better. I definitely could make them better. By not doing this for 22 minutes now, or 20 minutes, however long it's been. That would make a lot more entertaining of a video. Right? Right. So, I do it to myself, right? But this is what I enjoy. I don't enjoy making the fancy content with the fancy arrows on the thumbnails saying noob and pro, or before and after, or what is this. It's just not my cup of tea. I've watched a lot, and I do mean a lot, of YouTube videos. Started when YouTube first came out. And YouTube now is my main source of content. Yeah, it's my main source of content. If I want to watch something, 9 times out of 10, I open up YouTube. Trailer just made it down to the sell point, and we are full. Pretty well. So we're going to have to wait he gets back to be able to continue on this field, and we are almost halfway done. I'd say another pass and we'd be halfway done. Well, we're probably halfway done. It gets a little narrower, and we are full. There we are. Okay, that didn't work. Why aren't you working? I wanted to do something kind of cool and just have that like as a transition of him pulling up and the combine unloading into the trailer and just being all sleek, and that didn't work. Are you gonna work this time? Please work this time. Please work this time. Please? Hello? Oh, yep, you're kind of working. The offset on the pipe is a little wrong. So I think if I jump in here and go boop-a-doo. Vehicle settings, pipe offset would be, that's plus. I want to go a little less, I think. .3 meters. Apply. Now, are you going to drive back around? Probably not. Let's see if that's going to work, though. So I'm going to bring the pipe in. Continue harvesting a little bit. Like just there. I'm going to put my pipe back out. It's going to make the straw look a little funny. And he's probably going to have to do another loop. But I would just like to see if it's actually going to work. If that brings him a little closer And then that helps the unloading. That's what I'm hoping. See, we're figuring this out together. Is he closer to the pipe? It looks like he's closer. Oh yeah, 100%. He's definitely 100% closer. See, that looks better. I could technically come over a little bit further, and that would put him right in the center. But that looks fine. That looks fine. He's not gonna follow me, so I'll just put the pipe in and say that's fine. Oh, how I love this game. Also, another thing, speaking about games, I've started playing a little bit of City Skylines. Not sure if any of you guys have actually played that game. It's a city builder. You build a city, and that's pretty much that. There is no real goal or objective other than to grow your city and make money. There is like tiers that you have to go through, so your population unlocks new things. Downfall to that is if you want all the fancy DLCs and everything, you're looking at like $300 all said and done. The game itself is like $20, and I bought 3 of the DLCs, and I'm like, am I even going to play this game enough to justify dropping this kind of cash on it? And it's not like I can make content on it and make that money back. Because I haven't made a dime off of YouTube. There's no bitter feelings there. I'm just nowhere close to being that size, nor do I think YouTube should pay anyone who creates a YouTube account and starts uploading videos like this. But I just can't justify it, you know? So unfortunately, without all the fancy DLCs, I'm not getting the full experience out of the game. And there's another new DLC coming out too. And I'm probably not going to buy that one. So I think that's going to make me not want to play the game long term. No, don't get me wrong, there's some fantastic mods in that community, just like the farm sim community. The modders keep the game alive, at least on the PC side of things. And unfortunately, you can't get mods on the console side of things for that game. So it is what it is, I guess. But back to farming. This is another reason why I haven't had the videos come out. It's a new game, something new and shiny, you know, gets some of your attention. Built a couple of cities, started looking at some of the content creators for City Skylines, and I kind of fell down a rabbit hole on that. So I just haven't had the time to play as much as I would like to on Farm Sim 22. Since the last time I really played, the Vermeer DLC came out, the Swather came out, a couple of pretty badass mods have came out. I did record 1 or 2 survival time lapses since the Vermeer DLC came out. I'm pretty sure we end up buying something from the Vermeer DLC on the survival series that may or may not even stay. I don't think it's working quite the way I intended it to work. Especially with the GPS mod, since we can't really hire workers on that series. I think it might get to the point on that series where once we get a farmhouse established, we might go out and buy a trailer or some sort of other housing, and then at that point I'll allow myself to hire workers. Definitely pay them, 100% have to pay them. But I think moving forward on that series, if I have to continue doing everything myself, like it's already, the amount of things that I'm doing off camera is a fair bit. And I take a different avenue on the survival series time-lapse, which is probably one of the reasons why it's not doing as great as anything like other people's time-lapses, is I like to start a job, and when I start a job, I like to finish said job. And I also don't like cutting through too much of the survival series, because I normally just sit down, say I'll record for about an hour and 10 minutes, speed it up to times 500, cut out whatever I need to, and that normally ends up with a 9 to 14 minute video. Which I think is an alright length. It's the low side's perfect and the high side's a little too high, but I don't know, it is what it is. So, within an hour of me playing, I might get a field harvested. So that's all you're watching, is just a harvester going up and down the field in a fast motion with sick angles like this, and then flip around an angle like that, and an angle like this, or an angle like that. And that's all the video is. Now with some fancy rock and roll music, or some pop music, some sort of music thrown in the background, you can jam out. But it's not a captivating series. It's more so, the main reason why I started the time-lapse survival is A, I wanted something with survival in the name. And B, it's something that's quick and easy and decent that I can put out on my channel. And it's easy to upload, it's easy to record, and it's easy to edit. Just to keep my channel plugging away. Now, that kind of sounds bad when you say it, because realistically you should only really be making videos if you want to make videos, and it's not like I can even make money off of this, so why do I care? Why does it matter if I upload something or not, especially if I'm not interested in it? And the main reason why I wanted to have the survival series was because if I don't keep pushing myself to make these videos and hit a said quota, I won't. And I'll stop, and my channel will go weeks without uploads or months without uploads, as you've seen in the past. And it's very hard to get the viewers back or to get any sort of growth back. Like, I've been doing this for a month and a bit again now. Steady, 2 months maybe, I'm not sure. It's been a little while. And I'm just starting to see the same growth and projections that I got when I stopped the first time. Now, I'm also not a very big channel, so I don't really have access to all the fancy analytics that a bigger channel would have. But it's also making me feel like, okay, well, if I do take a break, I'm never going to actually grow this channel. And it makes my hobby a job way before it's a paid gig. No, I'm not sure if this is what, like, interning means, because I've never been an intern, nor do I ever plan on being an intern in, like, a firm or something. I'm not smart enough for the office work, if you know what I mean. Yeah, like, it's, I don't know, it's like a catch-22, I guess. It's good, bad, in a way. I do enjoy the game, and I do enjoy making these videos, and I do really enjoy interacting with you guys in the comment section. And I would like to do a live stream here and there and everywhere. It's just time. That's all it boils down to, is time and priorities. So moving forward, please don't expect too much from me. I know most of you probably didn't. But don't expect a survival series video coming out every 2 days. And at least 2 of these long form videos a week, because that's what I kind of aim for. I also don't want to say you'll get what you get, because I enjoy making it. And, you know, if you enjoy watching it, perfect. Even if you didn't enjoy watching it, I would still be playing the game. And yeah, it's, I don't know. I hope you are figuring out what I'm trying to say, because the more I talk, the less I know what I'm trying to say. Because that's what happens when you just ramble on and on for, oh, I guess that's close to 35 minutes now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, Bloomfield, Canada, guys. Great map. Great map. Doing a contract here. Get some straw. If we ever want to get cattle, we'll have some bedding and stuff to pad out the TMR. Yep. Yeah, Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I'm gonna plug away, finish this field off. If we start making money off of selling the crop at the grain mill, I'll start recording again. But until then, I'll see you guys either when we're done the field, or we're making money additional money off this contract. I'll have to make a note of how long it took me to actually get back to the farming simulator content, so I could say, click here in this video if you don't want to hear me ramble on about my life and stupid shit. Anywho, we'll see you shortly. So this here's the last main load to come out of that field. We've got 21,208 liters on board this trailer. And I think there's like 3,500 liters left in the combine up in the field. As you can see, we are 93% done the contract. So I am hoping we will have enough in here to push us over that milestone and get this contract complete. Maybe with a little bit of extra money on top, but we shall see. 98. 99, 100, woohoo! $1,694 harvest income and $128 environmental score reward. Not too shabby. Now, there's the straw in the field, and I've got a couple of different thoughts on this, and we'll just ride with the Kubota back up to the field because he's got to grab what's left in the combine anyways. If we scroll down to what... Ooh, that's a good deal. That's a really good deal. $6,530, 72% off for a bale wrapper. Oh, wow. Now there is this fancy mod that just came out. I downloaded something like it, something very similar, off of a site, and it didn't work. Now I'm hoping this one actually works because it's on the in-game mod hub. Now this only does 120 centimeter bales, which is fine. That's what we've got. One attacher joint, two attacher joint. I'm confused as to what that is actually changing. Now this is $4,000, and it can only do 120 centimeter bales, which is fine for right now, but this one could do 150 centimeter bales too. So down the road, if we do get a bigger baler, which is something in what I was kind of want to do, eventually I would love, like absolutely love, to get this bad boy right here. The Vermeer baler requires 100 horsepower. We're not there yet, but it's just a nice looking baler. It's a new piece of equipment, and I see a fair few of these in Canada actually. Vermeer balers, the older style, not these brand new ones, and definitely not the self-propelled baler. Honestly, when I first saw this a couple of years ago or last year, I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. And every farmer I talked to, they're like, that's just stupid. Why am I going to go out and buy a specific piece of equipment that can physically only do one job when I could buy an attachment to do that job and put it behind any tractor on my farm? Then if that tractor goes down, well, guess what? I can just put another tractor on that baler and continue on while that tractor is getting fixed. This integrated system, yeah, sure, it's neat. And it might go faster. At the end of the day, if this equipment goes down, you're probably not going to have a tow-behind baler just sitting right next to it. I mean, if the baler goes down, the tow-behind baler, you're still SOL, but at least you've got the actual tractor that you can then put on different jobs. It's definitely cool, very unique, but it's especially with the price tag of $214,000. So this unit right here is $214,000, but the actual baler it's based off of is only $56,500. That's a hard sell. That's a real hard sell. You're pretty much $150,000 for the sake of being self-propelled. But for $150,000, you could buy a pretty decent tractor for that. Easily, 100 horsepower, you'd be able to pull that in real life. Brand new, pretty much off the lot if you wanted to. Secondhand market, you could buy a couple for $150,000. So what I'm thinking about doing is how much does this cost to lease? $2,881. It's not bad. We would also have to lease a 100 horsepower tractor, which to be honest with you, we'd probably just lease it off the dealership and use that John Deere down there again because I love that John Deere. That John Deere is amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. But maybe we should actually try out one of the other tractors down there because, you know, the John Deere is still far out of our price range. But you know what I'm going to do? Because it's here, and it is a little bit more than the other one that we have available. It's $2,530 more, but it's also a tow behind, so we don't have to have the weight on the back of our tractor picking up 125 centimeter bales. And this also has the ability to wrap 150 centimeter bales. We're gonna buy it. It's used, but with bale on end turner. So this picks it up on the side. That would flip it over so the flat side's facing down. We don't want that. No, it makes it easier for stacking if they're still on their side. Vicon, we'll keep it Cumberland. Yeah, $6,530. We will buy that. I was not planning on buying that today, but we did. We bought it. 3,384 liters left in the combine. That was close. It was close. We'll dump this into the trailer. We've got no place to store it, so it's not like we could even say, yeah, I want to wait till we get a better price. It's, you know, might as well sell it now and get whatever we can out of it. And we'll just leave the combine up here for right now. It's not hurting anyone sitting up here, so just hook it up to the trailer and shut her down. Not too bad. That was actually a decent sized field to harvest. I really should have kept track of exactly how much we brought off the field. I wish that I actually told you on the contract side of things how much it was actually, how much you brought. So then you knew, like, well, that contract, it needed 100,000 liters for it to be completed. Now we know that we need to make sure this field can pull off 100,000 liters plus whatever else. I think that'd be cool. Definitely, like, even if that could be a mod, it would definitely be PC only, but it would definitely be a cool mod nonetheless to see exactly how many liters it takes to complete the contract. Any modders that end up watching my videos, there's an idea for you. So let's just hop down into here. This is our new bale wrapper that we'll have to come down and pick up. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet indeed. Now, this is my theory, right? We've got our skid steer. We've got our pickup truck. We've got that little trailer. We've got bale storage here. And this is our baler. It's a 125 centimeter baler. If we go out and we lease 180 centimeter baler for the straw, that's fine, but are we going to be able to lift it into something? We have a full pallet of eggs too, starting on the second. Are we going to be able to lift it? Are we going to be able to move it, or is it just going to be too big? And then the size of feed mixer, if we do buy one, is that going to really impact us on being able to you know, being able to do a mix properly? Because we put 180 centimeter straw bale in, straw, I think, can only be upwards of 25%. So we would need to put at least 2 of these hay bales in and 2 silage bales. That's going to be a big mix. It's going to be a big mixer, and well, we don't really have the capabilities for that. So, as much as I love this baler, it's a sideways pull, and for us it works all right. But for doing a big field like that, I would kind of like a tow directly behind, not an offset baler. So I think I am going to lease a baler, and it's still going to be a round baler. And it might actually just be this Vermeer one. It is kind of expensive, 56,500. How much is 57,000? Okay, that can only do 125 centimeter bales. So I think the Vermeer is probably the best option, to be honest with you. So we're gonna lease this, just like that, and we're gonna jump down to the store. And I can't remember if this is 100 horsepower, the Massey Ferguson. We can hop into technically owned items and figure that out. Is that 100 horsepower? That's exactly 100 horsepower. That is 107, the Luxem. That is 120. You know what? I'm gonna see, wink wink nudge nudge, even though this is hooked up to all the winter equipment, I would like to see if this would, they would let us lease this one. They're going to let us lease it for $1,000 because that's just typical. Everything that they want us to use is $1,000. So we will just pay that right now. Remove money. 1,000. Just like that. Been taken out of the account. Perfect. Tools are lifted up. Got our little beacon light on. Pull out into traffic. I'll go and drop the plow and the blower off out back here. And I'm pretty sure, yes, I think that front loader there actually goes onto this tractor. So that might save us from having to take the skid steer up. That'd be pretty neat if it did. Just like that. And if we come around, the only thing that we would need off of them is a bale spike. So we just made another $1,857 off the trailer load and a $140 environmental score reward. Well, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Now, I know they have the bale grab on that John Deere, but do they have like an actual bale spear around here? I don't think they do. So let's just, I'll show you what I normally do, or what I did when I set up everything. We will find a bale spear that is bale fork. What does this one look like? That would be alright. You could probably pick up 2 bales with that, maybe. We're picking up round bales, so that is not gonna fit. Round bales, just a standard spear would probably be alright, but then we're stuck to picking up 1 at a time. That one you could pick up 2 at a time, 1 on each. Well, technically, I guess you could pick up 3 at a time. Stack 1 on top. That's the base game one. You know what? Yeah, let's just keep it simple. Let's just buy the base game one. I know, surprising, right? We'll buy that one. That's $600. So we'll buy that. That's the shops. So we will go add $600 because we don't even have a front loader. So what's the point of us buying an actual bale spike for a front loader when we don't actually, you know, own said front loader? All that's gonna hook up just fine. Look at that. This is a pretty small tractor compared to that baler. We'll see how it handles though. And we will might as well just say send you Field 5. We'll see you there. And this guy, we need to stop you because there's no sense of you going all the way back up. You could pull over this right here. You'll be fine just like that, I think. And we will need to grab our pickup truck. We should probably buy some sort of actual bale trailer. Would make it a little bit easier for transporting, especially since the flatbed on this truck just isn't quite long enough. You can fit 3 deep of the 125s. I guess maybe for the bigger bales it would be a little bit better. We'll see. We'll see how it works on this. I'm going to start off by doing 125. I'm going to also try making a 150 and a 180 size bale, just because, you know, figure it out. See which one works the best for us. So I'm going to do most of the baling off camera and most of the loading too, to be honest with you. Hopefully it all works. I know if you leave the game now and come back in, it will not let you bail because it says you don't have access to this field. It's only for the contract work, but I'm pretty sure if you do it all in the same sitting, it allows you to do it. So that's what I'm betting on, at least. So we'll just pull the truck over here for right now, just kind of sort out of the way. Slap the 4-ways on. Cut her down. I do love the look of this truck. It's just a shame that the camera's so far back. If we could just extend the frame another 2 feet. Extend the frame another 2 feet. Extend the bed another 1.5 feet. You're right in the money. Right in the money. Those chain pockets look a little weird too. But who am I to judge? Alright, well, now let's just hurry up and wait. So the 125 centimeter bales, it's 5,000 liters, which I think is fair. They're pretty small, right? 5,500? 5,500 or 5,000? I just popped it out and I can't remember. So 5,000 liters for a 125 centimeter bale. As you can see, we've got a big bale sitting right here. That's a 180 centimeter bale. And that is 11,000 liters. Right? Yeah. That's 11,000 liters right there. And if we flip around, I've also got a 150 centimeter bale just over here. I think this is 7,500 liters. 7,500 liters, yep. So I think I'm going to do a mixture of the small bales and the medium-sized bales, because we could always just use these to use as bedding. The big bales, ideally, I think I would want those if I was just selling the straw. Now, the other moment of truth is we've got 2 of the small bales out. A big bale and a medium bale. Can this tractor even pick one up, let alone 2? Because that is... Okay, so it picks up a 7,500 liter bale just fine. Can we pick up 2 of the 5,000 liter bales? Because that's 10,000 liters, that's a little bit more. If I can do that, then I can definitely pick up one of the big ones. There's 5,000. And there's 10,000. Little bit of squat in the ass, but not bad. Full range of motion. Okay. And one 11,000 liter bale shouldn't be no different. Now, I doubt we'd be able to pick up 2 11,000 liter bales, because that's 22,000 pounds. Like, that's a lot. But, you know, it might. I think we would need a weight. We would definitely need a rear weight because we are picking up that one tire. Well, actually, we're starting to pick up both tires. We rock it just right. A little bouncy, a little bouncy. Seeing the tires actually inflate and bulge out with the weight, that's cool. I really do like seeing that. Small things like that that you don't even remember that we never, at one time we didn't have. But yeah, 11,000 liters. A little bit too big for us, I think. The 125 centimeter bales, depending on the feed mixer that we get, which we don't even have cattle yet, so I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse here. I mean, we could even realistically just sell most of these. And there's nothing stopping us from putting bedding down as 125 centimeter bales. And this is a fair bit of straw, so we could probably sell some. Because out of all the straw that's in this field, we'd probably never need straw for the next couple of years. But thinking about it, we'll save the game quick. Thinking about it, what kind of mixer wagons would even work for us? None of the base game ones. That one's kind of out of our price range. That's 12,000 liters. So a 5,000 liter bale of straw is just under 50%. That's like 40%. So that's not super great. I'd like it to where we could just put a bale of each in. That's a shredder and blower, I think. Yeah, I think that's what that is. I don't know if we'd actually need that. That's a shredder as well. That's a feed mixer for 50,000. Requires 150 horsepower. We're getting pretty big. That requires 60, and that's 13,000 liters, so that's not bad. That's a contender. Look how small that is. And that can hold 13,000 liters. When this can only hold 12. Doesn't seem right to me, but okay, I'll take it. That one's alright. That one's cheap, and I don't really like the look of that one. This can hold 10,000 liters. It's the cheapest at 25,000. And it can hold 10. Also fairly small. That's real white. Like really white. Jesus. It's 26 and can only hold 8. That's 18. That can hold 12, but that's not really Canadian. I don't think. Maybe it is. That's a good contender. You can get the bigger version of it too. It requires 140. That holds 18,000. That's not terrible. That's really not terrible. That one's 31,000. That can hold 16. Okay, we're getting somewhere. That's not bad. Under 100 horsepower. That's what I'm trying to keep it under. I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, we need the 125 centimeter bales for the mix, regardless. But I think we're also going to sell some, so I think I will do some of the 180 centimeter bales just to make it less bales. We'll do some of those. I guess I won't do many of the mediums. But I just wanted to keep you guys up to date of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to plug away doing this kind of stuff. This is a nice baler. Really do like it. The animation for the folding and unfolding, like kicking the bale out, is kind of slow. But I think they all pretty well are. But it's nice. It actually lifts the tire off the ground. It stabilizes it. Kicks the bale out. And when you fold it back in, it actually pushes the bale away from you. So you don't have to worry about the rear gate closing onto the bale. I'll show you again. The bigger bales, it's a lot more noticeable than the smaller bales, but that goes down. Bale sits there. It comes up, pushes the bale back, and the gate closes. Which I think is pretty neat. Definitely pretty neat. So I'm going to keep plugging away here. And we'll see how many bales we have at the end of this. This tractor's actually working pretty good. Even on the steepest part of that hill, making a big bale, it only slowed down to 16 kilometers an hour and the top speed 17. So I can't really complain too much. This tractor I think's got 120 horsepower and the baler requires 100 of that, which isn't bad. It really isn't that bad at all. And I think this tractor is a little bit more reasonable for the size of our farm. It doesn't mean I'm going to go out and buy it, because I think it's still way out of our price range, especially right now. But we've got an assortment of some of the big bales, quite a few of the small bales. I think we have a decent variety. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go run around and pick up all the big bales, and we're going to take those and go sell them today to end off this episode. I have no idea how long this episode has actually been. It's probably been closer to the 40 or 50 minute range. Heck, it could even be an hour at this point. I really do not know. Yeah, it's definitely been all over the place. But we said that we were going to do this harvest in this episode, and I think we succeeded with that. That is the whole field baled. There is not going to be another 80% of straw throughout this field to finish off this one last bale. Kind of a shame, but it's to be expected. We cannot win them all in that regard. So I'm just going to come drop this baler off here. Once it's no longer hooked up to the back of our tractor, it will no longer rack up the hourly fee. So that's not bad. I see two bales right here, two of the big bales. Like I said, we're going to load these guys up first. I highly doubt that we will be able to pick up two of these at the same time. I really do highly doubt it. But we will see. We will give it the good old college try, because it never does hurt to try. You never know until you try anything. So let's just pick you up a little bit more there. Slide you in. That's 22,000 liters, and I do not have that very centered at all. Let's see if we can center in a little bit more. Don't roll away on me. Okay, that's a lot better centered. 22,000 liters of straw, no rear weight, just rear tire weights. Moment of truth, pick it up. Oh my god. Those back tires are real light. Oh, yep. Too light. What if we bring it all the way up? Will that bring in our center of gravity anymore? Not really. Looks like it pretty much keeps it at the same distance regardless how far out you keep it. But we can pick up two. With a rear weight, we'd probably be able to pick up three if we wanted to. Stack one on top. Stopping, steering might be a bit of an issue, but hey, it works. It works, and we don't have to drive all the way back to the store and borrow a rear weight off of them. So there is that. So we'll pick you up and set you up here. Now, see, this flatbed works a little bit better with the big bales. It literally takes up all the available room with the big bales. So that's not too bad. Back out. Ooh, no you don't. You don't get to do stuff like that. That's not very nice. We'll put a strap or two over you, and we'll bring you actually out into the field. I can't remember exactly how many big bales we made, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We might have 10. I think we have 10. 10 of the big bales. So I'm going to get all these big bales loaded up first, and then I'll bring you in. Now it's time to sell these and see what we can actually make. 10 big bales at 11,000 liters each. That's like what? 1,000 or no, 110,000 liters or something like that. 111,000 liters. I don't know, math is not my strong suit. Put your guesses down below how much straw we're going to have to sell off of what I think is 10 big bales. I don't even know the sell price. Hopefully it's good. Because if it's not, well, they're still being sold. Oh no. Why did I do this going downhill? This is going to take me a while. Oh, have mercy. Have mercy on me. So I am pretty sure that's all the big bales and the one medium-sized bale that I made. And that brings us to 117,500 liters of straw just to sell. And there's probably another 100,000 liters of straw in the field, in the small bales, I would hope. So, straw. Let's see exactly how many bales we made first here. We go down to this one. We made 33 bales. One medium, a couple of bigger ones, lots of small ones. So that's not too bad. Really not too bad at all. Straw. Right. That's what we're selling. Straw. So right now, $72 is the best at the animal dealer. What's the price fluctuations? We're in May, so it's only going to go down. The best price is in January, February, or December, January time of $84. So the fact that we're only $12 off the best price isn't really that big of a deal. It should cover at least the leasing cost, I would think. 117,500 liters should, like, let's call it 25 for the baler and $1,000 for the tractor, which isn't bad at all. I couldn't stop there. I'm pretty sure this is where we go to the animal dealer to sell bales, so I'm just gonna pull right on up in here and go boop and boop. $8,665 in bales and $655 environmental score. That more than covered it. I can't believe I was even worried about if we would cover our leasing costs or not. So we did that. The tractor that's in the field to load up the bales is not part of the contract, so we can also complete the contract, which is another 5,600, and sorry, no, there's a lease cost in there. It's another $4,784, and we will collect that as well, which brings us to a total to end the day of $32,941. We still do have to return the baler, which we will do that now. We do not require the baler anymore. We will return the baler. We put 6 hours on it, or sorry, 0.6 hours on it. It's not too bad. We return the baler, and in between this episode and the next, I will get all these bales picked up out of this field that we no longer have access to, and I will shove them down in the shed next to the hay bales. The next cutting of hay will actually be silage. It won't be hay. So we will have everything we need to make total mix ration. And if we can sell silage, that could bring in a pretty good payday. things are looking up on the farm. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I do apologize for my ranting and raving at the beginning, middle, and pretty well end of this video. It's pretty much one big rant, this whole video. But hopefully, I needed to say my piece, and I don't have access to like a community tab or anything. So this is the only way I can get everything off my chest. And I'm not a big fan of doing, this is a channel update video. So I just kind of like to throw the tidbit into just a standard video, if you know what I mean. If you don't like that format, please do let me know in the comments below, and moving forward I will save my my complaints and my grievances and the updates to a specific video. I mean, I'll still put it in the title, but it is what it is. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, hit that like button. If you like me and you like what I do here, smash that subscribe button. Make it, if it's red, make it gray. It means a lot to me. And also ring the bell to be up to date with all the future content that I put out. If this video has said anything, it's meaning more so, you should definitely ring that bell, because I have no idea when I'm actually going to upload. So if you ring that bell, you will know when I upload, probably more frequently than I even do. With that said, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!